Morning, folks. Nice, steamy, hot morning here in central Iowa. Unorthodox, if you ask me. We got 12 row all ready to go. Gotta head to a farm, 90-acre farm. Cover crop. I'm planting some cover crop. I gotta probably wait still for the dew to get off. A little wet, but in the meantime, get the tractor over there, get it filled up with seed, and then I might have to run up and get some more beans at our seed dealer. We'll see what happens. Before I could even get started, I ran out of beans, didn't quite get the planter filled up. So we're gonna run up, like I said, go get some beans. Well, you can obviously see I'm folded up and heading down the road. A little change in plan. The ground under the rye was a bit too tacky yet. One thing about the cover crop, it likes to hold in moisture, which is really good. And we like the cover crop. That is one slight downfall to it, which is no big deal. Looking at the forecast, things are gonna dry up, so we'll be back in there. Problems I was having over there, I didn't have a problem getting the seed in the ground. I wasn't able to get full closure of the trench. You would walk out, look at the seed trench, and you could see the beans, which is no good. You wanna have good seed to soil contact, and that just wasn't quite cutting it. We're folded up, heading down the road, gonna go plant a different farm that is much drier. Badger just worked it this morning, so it should be really nice. When I get that knocked out, it's about 65 acres. If I can get that done today, I feel pretty good.
Hey everybody, going down the road here at about 12.5 miles an hour. And look at this guy planting. I'm barely passing him. That's awesome.
Been out here for several hours now. Currently at 55.5 acres, should come out to around 60. Got about 3.5-ish passes left. I think after this I'll try to go knock out a 35-acre farm before the night's over. It's been going all right. A few little goofy things here and there.
Heading out with the T on the VT. Yeah, way it goes.
Dust is flying over there. Moving to the next farm. Man, the myth, the legend, Herb is working some ground with the VT. We actually had to put the 9420T on the VT because the 9430 was having some problems with the fan drive. I'm sure a lot of you know on them 30 series 4.0 drives, they've got that goofy fan drive that everybody hates. It's causing us some grief. So we had to unhook it, put the 9420T on there, and looks like he's doing good. We are out here, no tilling, some more beans, into some vertical tilled fall ground, working beautifully. 18 acres done of a 35-acre farm, so about halfway. Everything is rolling. My goal was to get at least 90 acres done today before I got to switch back to the male planter. And if we finish this farm, we'll be doing just that. It was definitely worth getting the 12 row put back together and hooked up. Tomorrow morning, I'll have to take 4 boxes off this again, put them on the male row. Yeah, do all that again, because we got to spike in some more male. Then after that, we got to decide if we're gonna go back to the 12 row or keep the male row on. It just kind of depends. That is a wrap. Boom, another 35 acres down. Ended up doing about 95 acres today, so yeah, good. Driving back to the shop. It is basically 11 p.m. Tomorrow morning we'll get it switched over.
Country road, take me home to the place right along West Virginia, mountain water. Country road, take me home.
Record label dealers, let me know when you want to sign. And that'll be a wrap for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Good morning.
It's another beautiful summer day, spring day here in Iowa. Hey, peg leg. How you doing, girl?
How you doing?
Look at you. I got that thing ripped off. I don't need that no more. We're gonna get the 12-row back in here again, unhook it, the box is off, do all that fun stuff again. So just for fun here, I forgot I was gonna time this, how long this takes to unhook, switch the planter, switch it back to the male planter. So I'm gonna time it. So I just got the planter unhooked. I'm gonna say that took about 15-20 minutes. So starting now, we're gonna start the timer. And when I'm all done, we'll see how much time it took. Got hooked up. Okay, there it is. Hour and 15 minutes, plus the 15-20 minutes that I didn't record. An hour and a half to do that. If I had to switch it back, there's another hour and a half to 2 hours. You lose 3 hours minimum doing this. 3 hours you could have with this planter, probably corn you could probably have 40-50 acres done, beans probably 20 to 30. Back at it, planting the male corn again. All done for the male delay today. Took an hour and a half to switch everything over, and we got it all done in probably an hour, probably less than that, 45 minutes. Get her fueled up, 12 reels back on. It is noon. Let's go try to plant some beans. Hopefully the cover crop's ready. Gonna find out. Chief went over and checked the cover crop, said it will go. So we're on our way. He'll come back here, get the tender, meet me over there, 12:15. Not bad. Things are going pretty good. Look at how it's performing out here. The most important thing in this kind of soil is it is still a little moist. It's just making sure we're getting the trench closed. Keep digging a little bit. There they are. I'm sitting right about 2 inches deep. Plenty of moisture down there. I could shallow up a bit, but I think it's probably fine. We like to plant our beans a little deeper. It's definitely damp, but it's still, you know, it's not sticking together real bad. I'm getting trench closure. Nice sea of green. Looking good. I've got my closing wheels on the deepest, most pressure setting, just to be sure I could get it closed. I had them 1 notch up, and it was, you know, getting them, but leaving maybe a little ridge, you know, a little tiny trench still. It was, you know, covering for the most part, just wanted to be sure. So I took it down 1 more notch. These beans will be up pretty quick, and we'll have good moisture. We'll keep at it, and we'll check in later. Alrighty, I'm gonna say something controversial. That might jinx myself, but everything seems to be working good today. Planter's doing what it's supposed to. I'm actually applying fungicide today. That seems to be working. Probably just jinxed myself, but that's why we got with these wood consoles, so you have something to knock on when you say something you probably shouldn't. I had the field start yesterday, so I got here, load stuff up, just started going at it. On another note, if you've been watching our previous videos, you may know that we had this FMC insecticide, fungicide applicator installed this winter. Something new to us, it's a little different. It's kind of been touch and go, getting started, figuring out how it works and all that. Seems to be working good now. At this point, I wouldn't say it's the best thing ever, you gotta have it. We'll really know late summer how the crop developed, if the product's doing what it's actually intended to do. It's simple, but there's a few things that have kind of been glitchy, like getting the water to pump or chemical to pump. Guys I've talked to said there's been some electrical issues, connections that they've been having with them. I don't know if there's gonna be a solution to that in the future, but right now it seems to be working good. This year, on some of our commercial corn acres, we're applying fungicide. The product I'm applying today is Xyway. I don't know the details about how it works and all that, but basically it's supposed to help prevent from late season diseases. So then it helps kind of prevent having to
applicate fungicide late season, saving on application costs. You can do it on planting one pass. And then on most of our seed corn acres, we're applying a product called Capture, which is insecticide. More important for seed corn because that seed, those inbred seeds don't necessarily have the tolerance that they might need. Again, how that chemical and all the stuff behind that, how it works, I have not a clue. Essentially, that's what's going on. So yeah, 24 rows at a time. Everything's staying green for the most part. Up here, got my meter for my fungicide going on. 60 ounces of water, 11.8 ounces of chemical to the acre. Did notice, I'm not sure I'm doing my math wrong or what's going on yet. Yesterday, I put in 30 gallons of chemical. It's going on at a rate of 11.8 ounces to the acre. So if I did my math right, that should do, you know, depending on how well it gets metered out, it should do 250 to 300 acres easily without having to refill. Yesterday, I got 180 acres done. And I was like, hey, I better just check that just to see what I got. I checked the chemical tank, which is the tank in the front, and it was completely empty. So either my math is wrong and I'm not thinking about it right, or we have an issue on how the chemical is metering out. We'll see what happens today, see how much product I go through and how many acres I cover. If it's still kind of doing the same thing I'm thinking, I'll have to, you know, call our guys back and see what the solution is to that. I will say, the guys I've been talking to, I've talked to a few different guys when I've had issues. They've been good at getting back to me and walking me through what to do, what to check. Sometimes it's as simple as unplugging this little electrical connection, plug it back in, see if that works. If that doesn't work, call them back. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. I'm very happy with the communication between the guys that installed this and their technicians, or whatever you want to call them. So that's been good.
I am planting green into green cereal rye. I repeat, green cereal rye. I am planting into it. It's the green ocean. Planting into the green ocean.
When you get close to the end of the field and you're tight on seed because you're trying to get empty because you're changing varieties, and you get tired of opening the boxes every other round, you just leave them open. The next time a row stops planting, I can just go out, check stuff quick, and not have to open the boxes, check them, close them back, go plant, get out, check again.
Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Is this heaven? No. It's Iowa.
this out. Putting the Manda Creek to use today. Looks like Chief just got the quad track fueled up in the neighboring field just down the road. Now I'm getting low on fuel. Put her to the test, make sure she works like she's supposed to. Just got fueled up, ready to get back at it. Just got a 60-acre field done. Gotta head down the road, cross the bridge over the river. We got one last 180-acre field of commercial corn to finish up. There was another section of this field that was too wet to plant, so I don't know if we're gonna come back and finish that later. But for now, can't do it, so I'm gonna move on to the next one.
Well, we're about done, but I'm about 5 acres short of getting done, and I'm all out of beans. So I texted our seed guy, shot in the dark, but he's like, I'm still here, come on up. I was like, my man. So I'm gonna go up and get some beans, and we're gonna finish this baby tonight. That is called amazing customer service. And I'm getting 6 more bags. I got them unloaded. Bada boom, bada bang. Big shout out to our seed people, Brian and Kate. Thanks a lot. You guys are awesome. Gonna be able to finish this tonight. That way I don't have to do it in the morning. Waste 2 hours, 3 hours of a good morning messing around, doing all this. You guys are awesome. Let's get her done. Locked and loaded. I don't think I expressed what time it is. It's almost 11 p.m. and they were still there taking care of people. That is awesome. We are moving.
So earlier, as I was saying, I was confused on how our product was rating out. I thought that it was putting way too much on. Come to find out, I figured it out. The kegs that we use to fill the tank are only 15-gallon kegs. And some of you might be wondering, Devin, wouldn't that be obvious, a 15-gallon keg compared to 30-gallon? Well, yeah, probably, but me, haven't used this stuff before, haven't been around it. I swear I looked on the side, it's got a little gauge on these kegs that we use to fill up. I swear it had like a mark at 10, 15, 20. They look like, oh yeah, it looked like 30-gallon. But no, they're only 15-gallon. With that being said, that means this thing is pretty much doing exactly what it's supposed to so far. Fingers crossed. One keg does about 150 to 180 acres, so I figured that issue out. So we're good. I don't quite have enough seed to finish, but I'll be able to get pretty close. I don't know how late I'm gonna run. I'm just gonna keep going as long as everything's working good. Got 60 acres done. The field's 180. This is our last field of commercial corn, so we're gonna be tight on seed. It's gonna be close. I might have to go get some more. It's currently 11:20 at night.
There you have it. 92.6 acres done. 11:30. Let's go see how we did on seed. Oh yeah. There's probably, maybe an acre or two left. I'll just be able to carry that into the next field. Good to go.
I don't know if it's just me, but when you're out in the middle of a field, in the middle of the night, you're just kind of mesmerized by looking forward, looking back, and whatever. It kind of gets to a point where it doesn't even feel like you're moving at all. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. So unless you look at the wheels or look at other surroundings to see that you're moving, when it's dark out, you just look straight out and stare, it just feels like you're not moving at all. And it feels like it takes forever to get to the other end of the field. I don't know, maybe I'm just being weird. The other thing that feels weird is that when you see the tillage passes, obviously going at an angle, and then you're planting more straight. But when you're out here in the middle of the dark, you can't see, you don't have other references to gauge direction. I feel like I could be planting crooked at an angle, who knows what. Thank God we have the GPS stuff, especially in the dark. Just some late night thoughts. Kind of need to talk a little bit, keep myself up. At some point, I'll run out of seed, so I didn't have enough left, which I think I'm gonna be 50 to 40 acres short. Got 109 acres done right now. Well, it's 2 a.m. My last pass, I had a row running low on seed. Just had to get out quick and shuffle some seed forward in the box. Might as well quit now, so you're not stopping several times to shuffle seed around. That's gonna be it for the night. But I still have to let the insecticide system or fungicide system rinse itself out. So got another 15 minutes yet. At the end of the day, it's very important to come in here, go to charge, rinse, run. Because if you don't do that, you could have chemical in the line, clog stuff up at the end of every day. And you let that thing rinse itself out so it's clean and ready to go for the next day. When you look back here when I'm running this rinse, you can see that foamy white stuff come out behind each row unit. If I didn't do that, all that stuff would be clogged up in all those lines. Now I just sit here and wait for that. Probably take a little nap or something. I'll probably fall asleep and wake up at 7 a.m.